Hello, sci-fi friends. This is Sonia with the Sci-Fi Adventures channel, and we are finally here at the very last installment of Chapter 13, the last chapter of Time Tracks. And if you have stayed with me for the entire story here, that is really great. And if there are some new people just tuning in, you can find the whole Time Track story here on my Sci-Fi Adventures channel. I put it all in a playlist. So hopefully that'll be easy to find and to follow. Okay, so in part 5, we left off with Sophia and Spencer reading Friedrich's note. So I'm just going to go ahead and get right back into the conclusion of Time Tracks. Sophia gasped loudly in surprise at the thought of Daniel going to another planet. And seeing her obvious distress, Spencer abruptly stopped reading and regarded her with worried, wide eyes. TC did say it was an intergalactic army, but it makes it more real seeing it written here in black and white. So I guess it really is no surprise that Daniel would end up going to another planet. But are you okay with that, Sophia? You look pale. Should I keep reading? Taking in a deep breath, Sophia noticed there was more than just worry in Spencer's eyes. She saw uncertainty in them as well. Putting aside her surprise and alarm about Daniel, Sophia firmly reminded herself to stay focused on the moment and her future. Instinctively, she understood the real questions Spencer was asking her. Could she be happy without Daniel? Could she imagine a future with Spencer? It was not really possible for her to compare her feelings for them. Daniel was passionate and unpredictable, while Spencer brought her deep contentment and peace. She loved them both and probably always would. Taking hold of the edge of Friedrich's letter, Sophia tugged on it gently, and Spencer released his grip right away. His gaze never left her as she carefully folded up the letter and put it in her pocket. I have an idea. What if we read the rest of Friedrich's letter later? I'm famished all of the sudden. What would you say to going out somewhere to eat? Looking relieved, Spencer nodded eagerly and took her hand in his. That sounds amazing. Where should we go? The sun began warming them as it rose ever higher in the sky. Walking peacefully together hand in hand, they headed back in the general direction of Fairfield. The closer they got to town, Sophia marveled that everything looked just as she remembered it. However, when she and Spencer finally sat down in her favorite coffee shop to order, she was keenly aware that things were really not the same at all, for it was a new day now, and the future ahead was bright and full of new possibilities. And that is the end. That concludes the final installment of Time Tracks. This one's really short and sweet. Chapter 13, A New Day. It also completes the Time Tracks story. It's a happy ending. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the whole story. Thank you to everyone who joined me on the Time Tracks journey. And I do want to mention that I am looking forward to being back with you to share another story, my next one, which I have titled The Case of the Missing General. So I hope you'll want to tune in with me for that story, which, by the way, is going to have Friedrich here from Time Tracks in it, and General Armstrong as well. So I have sort of a carryover of characters into my next story. And of course, I'll be introducing new characters in the case of the missing general and a new storyline. So I do hope to see you there for that. Until next time, this is Sonia with the Sci-Fi Adventures channel, thanking you all again for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.